A mold-inspired makeup collection is not what I had in mind for 2025, but Blend Bunny and Mei Pang gave us just that. Yes, you heard me correctly, a mold-inspired makeup collection. Blend Bunny has just announced their latest collaboration with well-known makeup artist Mei Pang. She creates these absolutely gorgeous looks on Instagram, and I see why Blend Bunny chose to collaborate with her. So this collection is really unique because, as I said in the intro, it is mold themed. The concept was based around Mei wanting to do a collection that had rotting fruit, bioluminescence, and mold. Definitely one of the more unique concepts the beauty world has seen in a long time, if at all ever. So let's dive into the collection and have a look at all of the products. So in this collection there are 3 products. We have the Main Rotten eyeshadow palette. Now this eyeshadow palette consists of 16 all matte shades, which I did think was very interesting. However, Blend Bunny has done a lot of all matte products in the past, so it also does make sense for the brand. Then next up we have the Efflorescence Artistry palette for face. This palette has 6 topper shades that are all shimmers. So they're designed to be used as a topper for eyeshadows on the eyes, as highlight, basically wherever your heart desires to put these gorgeous shimmers. And lastly, really fitting into the bioluminescence theme, we have the Blue Tears Lip Glaze. And this product is a dark grey lip glaze, lip oil type texture with blue shimmers throughout. The blue lip glaze is also interesting, having a darker lip product with some blue shimmer. It's definitely more unique and breaking away from that clean girl beauty trend. And of course, the packaging encapsulates the mold theme perfectly with the gorgeous mold artistry created by Dasha Plesen. Hopefully I've said her name correctly. Essentially she grows mold and turns it into art, which is definitely a very unique concept that I have not seen done before. So now that we've seen what the collection encapsulates, let's actually discuss the products. Now I'm sure like many others, the concept of mold in an eyeshadow palette is what really drew me in, and I was really curious to see what the palette itself looked like. So Mei has actually done an unboxing video showing all the products from the collection, and she has also gone and swatched all of the shades from both of the shadow palettes. Immediately off the bat we see this eyeshadow palette that has a bunch of darker shades, some pastels. It is really fun. She's also gone and swatched all of the shades on her skin, which just shows how pigmented these formulas are, but I do expect nothing less from Blend Bunny. She's also demonstrated the iridescent shades on some black primer, so you can really see how a different base transforms the color. Now I don't know about you, but I feel like there was so much more potential with this palette, and I don't think I'm the only one that's actually going to be saying this. Now don't get me wrong, I am in no way discrediting the amazing concept, products, and production that went into this. I think it's such a cool, unique idea, and we need more of this in the beauty world. However, there are a few things that I think they could have added to this collection to just really elevate it and knock it out of the park. Firstly, I would have actually really loved to have seen shimmer shades included in the main palette, and here's why. Mei's inspiration picture had a bunch of different mold types, and I think it would have been really cool to implement more of that in the final development of the shades. Now this concept has been done before, the marbled eyeshadow effect. We've seen it done all the time in Huda Beauty eyeshadows, Colourpop's done it in some of their highlighters. I think incorporating that marbled look into the shades would have completely just nailed that funky mold effect that she had in her inspo pics. The inspo palette had so many mold types that had different like blobs of color here and there, and that would have been so cool to implement into eyeshadows, especially with a shimmer formula. Just being able to mix it together and get gorgeous duochromes or just really fun pops of color, I think would have just completely elevated the palette. Personally for me, I don't really like to buy multiple palettes, so the fact that they've done a matte eyeshadow palette and then a 6 shade iridescent palette is a little bit sad for me. This concept is not new with Blend Bunny. They did also just do this in their Blend Bunny x Alice collection, where they had a matte palette and a whole bunch of shimmer shades in another palette. However, the Alice shimmer shade palette had 18 shimmer shades in it, which definitely made it more of a unique buy. I also know a lot of people on TikTok were quite disappointed in the palette reveal, saying that it did give more of a theme park vibe as opposed to mold or rotting vibes. However, based on the inspiration pictures, mold is a very colourful thing, so it doesn't have to be dark and grungy and sad. I personally think the pops of colour are really fun and definitely contribute to the rotting theme of the collection. Somebody also commented saying that they hate all matte eyeshadow palettes and that they shouldn't have to buy 2 palettes to get both matte and shimmer shades, which is completely fair enough. Another notable comment mentioned how they wished that the palette reflected more what was on the reference palette, saying that the shades were too happy and not rotten enough. Nonetheless, I think this collection is really exciting for the beauty community, and Blend Bunny always releases such fun, innovative collections, and it's really exciting to see somebody like Mei Pang bring their ideas to life, especially because Mei's makeup is very unique and creative. It is exciting to see more brands kind of branching out into some new ideas. So that is the new Mei Pang x Blend Bunny Rotten Collection. Let me know, what do you guys think about the collection? Are you going to pick this one up, or are you going to give it a miss entirely? Do you also wish that the collection was taken in a bit of a different direction, or is it just me? It's a little bit of a shame because I feel like there was so much more potential with this collection. The concept is already super cool, but I would have really loved to see that element of the reference shades put into the eyeshadow formulas. I'm gonna finish the video off here. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content from me, hit the subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!